What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to explain exactly how I plan on taking my AI agency from 2K a month to 20K a month into 2026. So I'm going to vaguely go over each step, and then I'm going to go back and go into detail on each and every one of them. So first off, just figuring out what I need to improve on. So whatever that is, either sales, management, marketing, whatever I need to improve on, figuring out what it is and just learning and being better at that certain skill. Now, next one is doubling down on what is working. So if that's, if you're good at cold call, cold outreach, and or you're good at marketing, just doubling down on that and just doubling down on what you're seeing bring in results as of now. And I feel like that's a great step for just to go ahead into 2026. And now reinvest and stay humble. Just reinvest in your company and stay humble. I'm gonna go back more into detail and give personal examples on what I mean by these personally, and just push out more content, reels, YouTube, TikTok, and just keeping clients happy. So to go back into figuring out what I need to improve on personally, on my side of things, it would be sales. Closing deals is my biggest weakness. That's where I stop seeing results. My ads are perfectly fine. I'm bringing in about 3 to 4 book calls a day. So obviously sometimes there's no shows, so maybe I'm just I'm only hopping on 1 call a day, but mostly it's around 2 calls a day I'm hopping on, and I can't close any. I've had 20 calls and I've closed one, about, or I've only closed one client, but maybe more than 20 calls even. So definitely getting better at that. Getting better at my skill. Obviously, I record tape, so just like basketball players record or watch tape, or UFC fighters watch their opponent's tape and seeing what they do. You should record your sales calls. See exactly what objection you're really struggling with, and just getting better at handling that objection. So either if that's just using Fathom Note Taker or screen recording on Zoom, whatever it is, record your sales calls. Look at them over and over again, see exactly where you went wrong, and if you're in a course or you have a mentor, just sending them to them, going over, or even just a person you're close with and that has experience in sales, just take that sales call, sit down with them, just go over it to detail, see exactly where you were wrong, where you could improve. That's the number one thing. And for me, yeah, sales calls, I need to improve on that. I need to increase my closing rate, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So I bought a course, I have a mentor, and will be going over calls and calls. And my father as well is in sales, so I got my father as well. I can check it over. So now doubling down on what is working. So I vaguely mentioned it, just in step number one, figuring out what I need to improve on, and that is my marketing. So my ads are good. I'm obviously seeing results. I'm bringing in high quality, high intent leads into my funnel. My calls, multi-million dollar a month companies are, I'm sitting right in front of them, and here I'm 19-year-old, just random fucking place out of Canada, making 2K a month sitting in, so it's a great feeling. It's obviously a little scary at first, but my marketing is definitely good. I'm bringing in the right type of clients, the right type of companies, the right type of leads, and just, yeah. So keep on going, doubling down. Obviously, my next client, I'm just gonna double my budget and just double, 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 double. All right. So if you're good at cold calling, like I said earlier, keep cold calling. Maybe hire a team. You can go on Facebook, search up. There's a whole bunch of appointment setter groups on Facebook. You can just post a quick little ad up there, like you know looking for appointment setters, up to 3K a month, and you pay them on a commission, just bringing in traffic, and then you choose which one you want, and you go, and now you have a bigger cold outreach team. Not only you, but other people as well are doing cold outreach for your company. So that's good. For me, like I said, is marketing. I'm good at marketing. I fucking hate cold calls. And that's how I got my first client, but hate him. And now I got a budget for ads, and I'm good with it. I'm getting results with that. So I'm going to stick with ads and just doubling down on that. Now, reinvest slash staying humble. Reinvesting obviously is just getting money and putting it back into your business. So every client you get, you should just, especially at the start, you should just be putting it all back into your business. Like me, it's for ads, but maybe for you, it's just hiring someone else, hiring, someone that can set up your systems for you, or hiring a media buyer, whatever it is. You should definitely be putting it back into your company. And now, staying humble, that is probably my biggest weakness. Is the second I start seeing money, is the second I start spending money, and not necessarily on the best things like reinvesting into my business. Maybe it's buying clothes, buying watches. This a cheap watch. I mean, cheap. It's $500, but it's not like a Cartier or nothing. But you know, the second I start seeing results is the second I start spending money, and that's definitely my biggest weakness and where I should, improve on. So definitely a big goal for me in 2026, and how I plan on, you know, reaching new heights with my business is staying humble, putting all my money back into the business. Stop buying bullshit and only buy stuff that's necessary for my business, for myself, such as like, obviously an outing or two once in a while with your friends is not a bad idea. You need to live. Like, there's no point. Life is about having fun and, enjoying stuff. So, obviously, going out to bar, like, obviously not every fucking day or every weekend, but once in a while is totally fine. But just, materialistic shit that doesn't bring in nothing. And to be honest, like, you get it 1 or 2 days, you're excited. Third day, you fucking forget about it. So, no more materialistic shit for now. Obviously, I want a car later on, or a nice car. So that's on my bucket list as well. But just right now, keeping it low, keeping my expenses low, and just putting all my money back into my business is definitely a good step to take to reach my 20K a month goal. Now, the next one is pushing out content. Look at me right now. I'm on a YouTube video. You're watching my YouTube video. So, pushing out YouTube content, TikTok content, Instagram Reels, Facebook, whatever it is, just pushing out more content. I feel like heading into 2026, anybody with, that has something to offer, or just, like me, I'm kind of keeping track. I'm just documenting my journey, and maybe as some, like, maybe next year I'll be bigger. Maybe I'll have 50K subscribers. You never know. So just pushing out more content is definitely good. So yeah, right now I'm just documenting my journey, but maybe later I'll have an offer, for example, like, advertising towards local businesses, or other people like to advertise to other AI agencies, and, create that top funnel, middle funnel, bottom funnel content type going on. But for me right now, it's just pushing out more content, getting my name out there, and maybe even bringing in local businesses. That would be amazing. But so yeah, and then the last one is keeping clients happy. Right now, I only got one client, and my main focus is 100% getting results for my client. If you're in the same position as me, it should be the same exact goal. If you can get results for your first fucking client, you can get your second and third and fourth client super fucking easy. The main objection, or the cause, or the root of the main objection, is all trust. So even if these companies are making 100, 200, up to fucking $3 million a month that I've talked to, and even some of them are saying, "Oh, this is kind of pricey." You're making $200,000 a month revenue. Maybe, like, let's say 20% of that is profit. That's still a fucking good amount of money. You can afford my $2,000 a month contract. It's not a big deal. But they're scared. They don't trust me. They just see a 19-year-old across the screen, and, but fuck nowhere, just promising them results. They don't trust me. And if I can break that trust barrier and, put testimonials in front of their face, give them contacts to clients that I've worked with and that have been happy with my results, then it's a no-brainer to go with my offer. And it's a no-brainer to go with your offer if you can get those testimonials put out. You could put them out on your ads, your funnels, you show them on your sales call, and anything. It's just going to get results. So my main focus right now is just getting my my only client results, so I can push out content with their results, testimonial, a quick little chat saying, "Hi, Derek got me this results, and, he brought me to 50 to 100K, or whatever it is." Getting those results. And I feel like, I know that once I get the good results from, it's gonna be game over and game changer. And, my next client and my third client are just gonna go and come way faster than my first one did. So if you don't have goals yet set for 2026, if, even bigger than like right now 20K. It might seem like a lot right now for me, but I'm sure I'm gonna achieve 20K way before the end years, or the holy shit, before the year ends. And I'm gonna look back at, I'm like, wow, I should have set a way bigger goal, and maybe I hit 50K by the end of the year. We never know. Whatever. I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself. It's all in God's hands. Um, God bless everyone. But just, I hope you got goals set for yourself, your company, and I hope you achieve each and every one of them. And just stay healthy. Keep your goals and just stay on track, and you'll achieve what you want. So without further ado, see you later. Thank you guys for watching this video, and see you in the next one.